Welcome back, my cooking phenomenal friends and family. So we're gonna start off with my oxtail. So let me light up the stove right here, and instead of using my my water, I'm gonna be using my chicken broth. You can use your water to do this procedure. I'm gonna use my chicken broth. Let me shake this up and get it together. All right, I'm doing the barbecue oxtail and I want it this side. Here I have my peas soaking. I've been soaking it from overnight, or you can soak it from early in the morning. It's up to you, whatever you prefer. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna light my stove. When I'm boiling my peas, I like to boil it with my ginger and my garlic. I already cleaned and washed them. So the peas is soaking, just the peas alone. I'm gonna be adding my garlic and my ginger and allow it to boil. I'm gonna cover my pot because I want the peas to get a little bit softer before I do anything else. When I return, I will return with majority of my stuff that I'm gonna be using to put my things together. Then I get my thong. I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna look. At least it's coming to a bubble. You can see those bubbles coming in right there. I want it to be extra hot so I can put my oxtails in. As I say, I'm not gonna season my oxtail until I'm ready to barbecue it. I'm doing it different, okay? And yes, you know, we can do oxtail so many ways. As I said, you can use your water, preferably if you would like. I'm using the chicken broth because I want to get that kick and that flavor out of it. So if you can't get the broth, you can use your regular water and do what you're doing, okay? All right, so here we have this bubbling up. So we're gonna add our oxtail in. We're gonna leave this for at least 20 minutes or so to let it just get a little softer and get a little flavoring of my ground provisions. So let's go ahead and add these inside. I was also gonna be doing something else, but let us wait until we get this down. I'm showing you everything step by step, how to do this and get it the way how you like it. So we don't have to just stew the oxtail only. We can do this many ways. If you haven't subscribed as yet, guys, go ahead and click the button and subscribe to Cooking Phenomenal. And in the meantime, I want to pick up some of my supporters that as I drop a video, you guys are underneath it. I want to big up Paula, big up Stacy, so no, trust me, big up on yourself. For everyone that is supporting me, Miss Edwards, I love you. Thank you for your support. You're always underneath my videos as I drop them. You know, as a young YouTuber, you need that motivation from people that you know and people that you don't know. So, you know, I got that from my friends. Big up Steph too, right through. Big up everybody. Big up my family. Big up my friend them. Big up my subscribers. Big up all of you know. Now left out nobody. Yeah. And make sure that you guys click that button, watch the videos, and do not change that dial, because in a few minutes after we get this bubbling up, we are gonna be showing you. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt because remember, I want my food to have taste, not a lot, just to get it cooked down. So let's get this covered up, and once it's covered, we know that we're getting somewhere, right? And here we have our peas getting to boil, and we will be right back with our welcome back, my cooking phenomenal friends and my family and everyone. All right, so let me show you the finished touch of how the oxtail is gonna look when it's boiled. This is how it will look. Now, what does that look now? We're gonna get this baby up together. All right, so let me go ahead, and I'm gonna be starting over here with my stuff for my barbecue sauce. So I'm gonna be using my ketchup. Firstly, I'm gonna be putting this in a container. I want this to go a little fast, so let me open it fully. Alright, so let me add my ketchup. We have a good amount, so let's make sure that we put a good quantity in. After I use my ketchup, I'm gonna be using my barbecue sauce. Alright, this is the original one. This one has no sugar or anything in it, so you can use any one that you would like. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be adding everything in my bowl. I have more, guys, but I have to finish this one first before I even go any further. So let me get this out. My bad. Let me get this out and let me put it over here. Alright, so there goes my peas is cooking as well. I have right here my oxtail seasoning. I'm gonna be adding them little by little so you can see exactly how I do my sauce. Alright, but before I go there, let me add a little bit of this. I'm gonna add a little bit of soya sauce for coloring. I don't just want it to be just dry and, you know, like that. It's a tablespoon or two of my sauce. Alright, I'm gonna add some crushed pepper as well inside here, because you know we need a little bit of spice, not too much but a little bit. Just a teaspoon of my crushed pepper. And after adding my crushed pepper, I'm gonna be adding my oxtail seasoning. And as I always tell you, this seasoning is very nice, but you have to make sure that you take your time with it. About a tablespoon would be good. Remember, we did not season our meat before, so I know that we have to do what we're doing. Then here is my honey. I'm gonna be adding my honey as well to my sauce, because remember, we're gonna get everything out in this barbecue oxtail. All right, after we had the honey in it, you have to be careful of the portion that you had of your stuff. I know how to add mine because, you know, I'm gonna be adding some paprika. You know, the paprika give your food good taste and good color, right? After adding that paprika, I'm gonna go ahead, you know, we can't do without our all-purpose, right? Let me add like a tablespoon of my all-purpose, and I'm gonna add some Pasley Flakes in mine. This is optional, you don't have to add it. You can shred the you can do the thing yourself, the thyme, but because I already cooked in the thyme, I just want to add the Pasley Flakes in it. And then for the last one, I'm gonna add a little chili powder. Chili powder is gonna give me some nice color, and it's gonna give me a nice flavor. But as well, you know, we don't want our food to be salty, so we be careful on how we add our seasonings. Okay, all right, so after we do this, let's go ahead, and I'm going to be using my whisk right here. I'm going to be whisking to get everything together. This is thick, but I'm going to also show you another way that I do this to incorporate all my thickness and everything. I like it when it's thick, it's no problem. But I'm going to also take a little bit of the chicken broth that I use to boil the meat right here, and I'm gonna add to this. Once I add this, I'm gonna whisk again not too much. We just want to make sure that we get everything even up. My oven is already on. I put it on 400 degrees to make sure that we get that proper heat to start our food. So we do this for at least 3 or 5 minutes, up to how long we can do it, to make sure that everything is even out and all together, right? All right, so let's go ahead now and move forward to what we're gonna be doing. So let me go ahead and bring my pan over. This is what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using my fall pan. So if you don't want to use the other one, it's fine for you, okay? Let me clean this off. Then I'm going to go ahead. Let me put this over here. I'm going to remove my oxtail from the pan and I'm going to put it in right here. I'm going to turn it over. Once I do that, I put it in, because we want to make sure that we get all the juiciness and everything in. This is quite a very easy way to do it, and I guarantee you that you're gonna enjoy this. You cook for at least 30 minutes or so, and after you do that, you just put everything in. Let me go a little faster for you so we can just move on from this. Because remember, we're doing two recipes today that was requested, and I was gonna do something else for you today, but I like when my people request stuff and I just do it for them to get it out of the way. So we had them in our container like that. Just make sure that you turn them over on each side. You coat them. I'm coating them to make sure that everything gets somewhere. All right. This, when I was boiling the oxtail in just the Grand Provision, it smells so good. So you can just imagine how it smells. I can just feel that little tinny barbecue sauce coming in out of it, right? So let's go ahead and we're gonna be turning these over to get these up for you. And as I say, I put my stove on 400 to get it hot. And don't remember, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed as yet, go ahead and click on the button, comment, share my videos with your friends and everyone that you want to share it with. This is just perfect for this pan. You can bake it in any baking container that you want to. This is easier for me because when I'm done, I just throw it out instead of, like, you know, have a lot to wash. Not lazy and so on, but you know, we like to do it the easy way because we have tons of stuff we have to do. All right, so I'm gonna get this all turned over and in the container. Let me get the rest. I have a few more inside here. I'm not adding the stuff that I cooked it down in, okay? I'm just making sure that I take them out of the water. You could have done this before, but I want to show you exactly how I'm doing it. I'm taking it out of whatever I boil it in, because I don't need those in what we're doing as well. We put those in. After we put it in, we get it together. But I want to black your view as well. I want to make sure that you're seeing exactly what we're doing. So we take this out, put it in. This looks so beautiful. I know that you're going to enjoy this recipe. You see there's more than one ways to do our meat. So we take this out. Put it in. You can just roll it around. Put it in. And this is going to be served today with your rice and peas. And get your appetite up, okay? Alright, so we do this and we turn it around. Let's find space for all of them so they can be done properly. Put it in. And this is the last piece to make sure that it's in the container. So I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna scrape the remaining of the barbecue sauce on this. We are not wasting anything here today. Once we scrape it on, put it down, and we're gonna put this in our oven for at least 45 minutes to an hour, and then when we get back you will see the finished touch of our barbecue oxtail. But while we're doing that, let's take a look at our rice and peas. It's cooking right here. So let's go for a short little break and then we will be right back, okay? Alright, so after I had all of those, I'm going to be adding my pimento seeds. I love my pimento seeds too. I'm a grown provision person. I love my grown provisions. I was grown on that. So let me leave this for a little bit and I'm going to be covering it back. Let's take a peek at our barbecue oxtail. Look at that baby right in there. Let's get this and we will put it down. Can you see that? I turned them over on the other side because I want both sides to get the color and to be good. Alright, I'm going to push it back in, close it up, and wait for everything to fall into one. Welcome back, guys and girls. Welcome back. Okay, so let me attack, since our oxtail is in the oven, let us go ahead and attack our peas right here. As you can see, my peas is all soft and nice. I can smell the ginger in it. Normally I will normally crush my ginger, but when I'm doing especially my gungo peas and rice, I crush the ginger and I crush everything because I like that little nice smell it gives it. So this is my peas all cooked with my garlic and my ginger. I'm not going to put my rice in as yet. I have 3.5 ounces of rice that I'm going to be using, but let's go on and start to add our stuff inside of our food. So let me go ahead. I'm going to be putting my coconut milk, almost far from me. I'm going to be putting my coconut milk in, my rice and peas. Let me go ahead and I'm cutting this right around. My oxtail smells so delicious in the oven. I know that you're gonna love this recipe more than anything else. It smells really good, and I implore you to try it, because remember, there's no grease added to it, there's no nothing, it's just the oxtail cooked in the water. You know that non-grease food is better for us, right? So I ask you to try this recipe and let me know how it is and so on. Alright, so I got this open. So let me add my coconut milk in. Once I had that in, and as you see, we cook this on medium heat just as anything else. This is so, look at this. So after I had that in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be adding my thyme. Normally, to keep these together, I would use some piece of food card to hold them together. Then I'm gonna be adding my scallion. I do like this to get it all mushy. I don't want to like cut it up because I want to be able to remove it when I'm done. Or you can eat it because I eat the thyme and the scallions. Most people don't like to eat it, but I do because it's nutritious. Alright. After that, I'm gonna be adding a little bit of my all-purpose right here. You don't have to. This is optional, but for me, this gives my food a kick. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stir that in. After I stir that in, the other thing I'm gonna be doing is have, at least I'm using this, because remember I use the all-purpose and I'm gonna also be using this. I'm using like a little teaspoon of salt because we don't want to get this all salty. You know, I stressed on that part a lot, right? Okay, so after that, now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be adding my butter. I'm just gonna add like a spoon of butter. Let me use another thing to take this butter out. And then I'm gonna be adding this part right here. We're gonna get this all cooked up. Alright, so after I had all of those, I'm gonna be adding my pimento seeds. I love my pimento seeds too. I'm a grown provision person. I love my grown provisions. I was grown on that. So let me leave this for a little bit, and I'm gonna be covering it up. Let's take a peek at our barbecue oxtail. Look at that baby right in there. Let's get this and we will put it down. Can you see that? I turned them over on the other side because I want both sides to get the color and to be good. All right, I'm gonna push it back in, close it up, and wait for everything to fall into one. Okay, my cooking friend and my family, we are gonna be adding our rice to our peas. So this is what it looks like after boiling down for a little bit. So let me go ahead and I'll be adding my rice. We don't want to, I'm using 3.5 ounces of rice. Make sure that you have sufficient water in your pot for the rice. And we do this. What we always do, we always make sure that when we are measuring, we make sure that, well, especially for my mom always says, listen, as long as when you take that spoon or fork and you stir that rice and it's stiff and you can't feel it too loose, that's when you know it's fine. Alright, so if you have too much water in it and it's loose, take some of the water out. So let us add this in. Then I'm going to take my spoon, I'm going to stir it. Very good. See? Stir it up. After we stir it up, we're going to allow this to cook. After we allow it to cook, because we have to make sure that the rice is cooked before we even do anything else. But I'm going to add my Scotch bonnet at the top right here, because we're not going to leave that in too long. And then I'm going to go back ahead and I'm going to be covering my pot and making sure that it's ready. You can see we're going to have this cooking because we want to have some nice chili rice today. So let's cover, keep on medium heat for a bit and let it work its magic, right? Okay friends, so here we have our rice and peas coming together And I'm gonna use this. We don't want it to be sticking, and we want to make sure that it's also cooking properly. So you can see everything here all coming all in place. Let me move this and put it in the middle because I don't want it to bake up on me. I'm gonna cover again, and I'm gonna let it keep on taking its time to cook down. Then if I don't come back to you in time, as long as your water is sucked out, if it's not cooked the way how you want it, we're gonna put the fire paper over it. So let us take a break and come back to that. Okay, my cooking phenomenal family and friends, as you know, that's what I call you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, don't forget. All right, so I'm gonna show you where we're at the moment. This is where we are. Let me do this. You can see it's cooked, but we need to get it spread it a little bit for you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my foil paper all clean, and I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna make sure that the sides are up so nothing can go through it, because I'm gonna show you exactly how I do mine. I make sure that the sides are all the way open. Remember, this is hot, so if you can use your spoon, you use your spoon, but I'm used to this. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of water all the way over so it can sweat right through and finish up our rice so we can get it all shelly and nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cover. After I cover, let me show you something else, because you can do this too. You can make sure that you do this outside, but make sure that the pot is sealed to make sure that you get everything in, right? And then we do this and make sure that no hair is going through, and we wait to see our rice and peas. All right, welcome back, friends, welcome back. Okay, so here we have our oxtail. It is so delicious. I picked a piece not too long ago off of it. Let me show you. So this stayed in the oven for like an hour and 20 minutes. I gave it 20 minutes more to get it all super soft. It's up to you how you want it. This is what we got here for our oxtail. So let's come over now to our rice and peas. Let's lift this off. We don't want nothing to get in, so we're gonna hold the ends up properly. And then I'm gonna stir. We take this pepper out from here. Then I'm gonna stir all over. There we have our rice and peas, all nice and wonderful. So let us plate this out for you and show you everything together. All right, here we are with our barbecue oxtail, rice and peas, and I just did some simple vegetable for you today that can go well and easy with this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys know about my oxtail. Thank you for joining. I have ton more loads of videos for you to watch, so go ahead and click on my videos, watch them, share my videos, guys, and make sure that you subscribe before you go. Thank you for tuning in to Cooking Phenomenal. I will see you on our next video. This is our barbecue oxtail with our rice and peas and some vegetables. All right, try this recipe and you will not regret it. You will love it. Bye, guys.